for you to skip the dress fitting, for you to just not go to the dress fitting, go see Josh instead, kiss him, and basically make him feel like you're gonna give him a chance. Go home and then tell Marshall, I just don't want you. And you know what? I'm not even sorry about it. Where is your heart and soul, honey? Okay, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be with you all here today. Today I want to talk about Love is Blind. I wanted to give my thoughts on what is going on so far with the show. I know that I haven't really given any details on the episodes that have happened previously. Before episodes 9 to 11, I haven't said much about the episodes. Honestly, I've just been taking it all in. I've been watching other people's commentary videos. I've been very much enjoying that, and I just haven't really felt the need to comment on anything until today. Today is the day that I decided that my 2 cents isn't needed, because I'm sure everybody could see how messed up this situation is between Jackie and Marshall and Josh, but I'm still gonna give my 2 cents because that is my job here today. I'm going to give my opinions on the whole situation. But before I get into Jackie and Marshall and Josh and that whole triangle, which is a not so triangle anymore, let's talk about the other characters in the show. So I did want to touch on Tiffany and Brett, just because everything has been going pretty smoothly with them, and we've just started to see them encounter just a couple of road bumps where Tiffany seems to be stressed out. Brett is giving her that sense of comfort that, you know, we all kind of want when we are upset, when we're feeling stressed about something. So I was really, really happy to see that Tiffany was able to confide in Brett, be completely honest with him about the fact that she's like, I don't even know if I want a wedding. And then he doesn't react by being like, you're not sure. How are you not sure? He reacts in a way that is understanding. He takes her on this plane ride, and the date that he takes her on after is also so cute. Like, they're just so wholesome. Honestly, I'm Tiffany and Brett. I'm on their team all the way. I just hope that everything works out. I did see that in the previews that Tiffany seems to be crying. I don't know if they were editing Tiffany crying to make it seem like it was happening after the wedding, but it did seem like it was happening after the wedding. I really hope that everything works out for them. I don't know why I'm so invested in this couple. I don't know, but yeah, it's really cool to see the families coming together. It's cool to see Brett's dad accepting Tiffany and to see how pleasant and kind Tiffany is. I thought that was she's just like so likable in every setting. So I really enjoyed watching that. Guys, my nose is dripping and peeling like crazy. I always have issues with my nose, so just bear with me. Now I wanted to talk about Micah and Paul. Micah seems to be getting along with Paul. They're starting to grow on me. I like the way that they went on the date to get their wedding rings forged with metal. They went and did something with their wedding rings, something that I don't quite understand, but it was very cute and wholesome. I'm gonna be using that word a lot. The only thing I will say about Paul is that I didn't like the way that he was just so analytical about everything, but that's just me. Like, I think when you're doing something like this, all the like thinking processes, I don't think that it really is beneficial, because at the end of the day, things are gonna go wrong, and you like thinking your way out of every situation isn't always gonna work. Like, sometimes you just really have to feel if something is right for you or not. So just the way that Paul was so analytical about everything made me kind of nervous. I don't know, I feel like super logical people, like when the logic runs out, they run away. Like, once things are no longer logical for them, they're like, peace. And that could be a really scary situation to be in for Micah. I don't know if I've been calling her Mika, but her name's Micah. So yeah, that's all I had to say about Micah and Paul, I believe. So let's talk about Zach and Bliss, because they seem to be doing well. But what really caught me off guard is when he met the dad. Because when he was with her mom, she seemed so sweet. Like, it was like my boyfriend was sitting there like, is she an actor? Because she was just so kind. And it wasn't just that, like her whole like body language kind of gave off the impression that she was very aware that she was on TV. I will say that. But she was very, very kind and warm. And I feel like Zach felt very comfortable with her. I thought it was very nice that he thought it was necessary for him to be honest with her. Like, hey, I wasn't gonna marry your daughter at first. I always had feelings for her. It was never about looks. You know, this was the experiment and this is what happened. And basically telling her about how he chose, I forget her name already, the other girl. I will put a picture of how he chose the other girl before he chose Bliss. So I thought that was really cool of him. I think it says a lot about his character that he put everything out on the table. But I think once Zach met Bliss's father, he started to get a little bit of anxiety, because when you see in the previews at the end of the episodes, Zach is basically saying like, how am I supposed to be with somebody where I feel like I don't have her family's blessing? But I think what Zach needs to remember here is that looking for acceptance from everyone isn't going to, it's not gonna like make a difference. Like, it's about you, it's about how you feel. If her dad doesn't like it, he doesn't like it, and it is what it is. You guys love each other, you guys want to get married, you do that. If she loves you and she wants to get married to you and her father doesn't like it, he doesn't like it. And I think Bliss is very mature in the way that she handles things, in the way that she's like, okay, Dad, thanks for sharing. Oh, you think it's so weird that we want to get a home in December? He's like, I think it's odd. I don't have an opinion on litigation about taking away people's driver's licenses and stopping them from being able to go to work. I don't have any issues with that. But I think it's odd. I don't have an opinion on something that actually may affect me, but I think it's odd that you guys are getting married and that you're thinking about buying a home in December. So Bliss is very much aware that her and her father have their differences. She's very much aware that she's not going to agree with everybody on everything. And I think she's in a very much good place, like with her state of acceptance for what is going on around her. And I think it brings her a lot of like calmness that it doesn't really bring Zach, because I think he's trying to see ahead into the future when all we have is right now. So I think Bliss is handling everything in a really insightful way. Like, she's looking at it from the perspective that I think everybody should look at things from. Making your decisions, you shouldn't be putting so much emphasis on other people's feelings, thoughts, opinions, right? And you shouldn't be putting so much emotion into events that haven't even happened yet. So yeah, I think it was really nice to just see. I love the way Bliss carries herself. She's my girl. Okay, so now I did want to talk about Kwame and Chelsea. So Kwame does meet Chelsea's family, and you can see where Chelsea gets a lot of her personality from. You could see that Chelsea comes from like a really warm and connected family, a family that does Sunday dinners together, a family that listens to each other, hugs, laughs, all of that good stuff that a lot of people would want in a family dynamic. And I think Kwame is very much appreciative of Chelsea and her family for their acceptance of him. I don't think Kwame is in any way ungrateful. I think I was gonna come into this video trashing Kwame because I didn't like him at first, but I do feel like Kwame is, battling his attachment to he's battling his attachment to where he used to live, Oregon. He's battling his attachment to Oregon. He's battling his attachment to being able to run with his shirt off in March or whatever month he was saying. He's battling his attachment to all of those things that made up his past life, that basically determined like this is who Kwame Owusu is. So for him to be like, let me just drop everything and get with Chelsea, I think it would take a lot of inner peace and a lot of inner strength and a lot of knowing that everything is going to be okay. And just because you experienced this before doesn't mean that you have to continue experiencing the same thing over and over. You could simply do something else right now. So I think, I'm not sure what Kwame is going to say. I don't like the way that they ended things. I don't like the way that they left us sitting there like, is he going to say yes or no? Like, I was ready to see what he was going to say, to be quite honest with you. I don't appreciate the cliffhanger, but I do hope he says yes. I honestly do. I really like to see them together. I like their relationship. Like, I was really in two minds, but then when I really looked at it, it's love. Like, how could you not love love? How could you not? So I really appreciate their dynamic, and I hope that they continue to blossom. I really hope that Kwame says yes. I hope that they listen to each other. I like the way that they were communicating with each other in the scenes. The only thing that kind of annoyed me about the Kwame and Chelsea situation is that I think Chelsea thinks that Kwame is the prize, when, it's a mutually beneficial thing for you to love somebody and for them to love you back. Like I think she genuinely feels like, oh, she has a prize. Like, I like what she said in the strip club, like all the strippers, all the male strippers here couldn't even compare to my husband, or whatever she was saying, or my fiance. I think that was cute. Like, of course you want somebody to be like, I think my fiance is the hottest thing on the planet. But I think that, along with a lot of the other things she said, when Kwame is uncertain about things, and kind of seems like, to me, like from my perspective, it seems like he's trying to pick a fight, and she's just kind of like, instead of confronting him about trying to pick a fight, she just tries to like soothe his ego. Which, that may not be exactly what she's doing. Again, it's from my perspective only. It is from my perspective only. So you take that with a grain of salt. But the way that I am kind of coming to feel about the situation is that maybe Chelsea is just truly at peace with her decision, and whatever happens, happens. Like, maybe to her it's like, okay, I would be hurt if he said no, but at the same time, I'm doing what I think is right. And if he doesn't say no, I'll survive. So maybe it's not so much of a stroking of the ego as it is just her knowing how she feels. And that's it. Like, she doesn't really, like, it's not about thinking. Like, for her, it's about, I know how I feel and I just know. So yeah, Chelsea she is that girl. Like, she really is that girl. And she handles situations very maturely. So I don't know if like I just invalidated what I was saying about her thinking Kwame is the prize, but that is how I felt when I was watching it. And clearly, as you think more about it, you kind of start to have different opinions. But yeah, like, that's how I feel about Chelsea and Kwame. Can't wait to see what happens. Now, moving on to Jackie, Marshall, and Josh. So with the Jackie, Marshall, and Josh situation, like, I really, really, really don't understand why Jackie decided to go on Love is Blind. I don't understand why she decided to go on Love is Blind. I don't seek to understand why, but I will give my opinions on what's going on here. So I think coming into this experiment, Jackie maybe thought that it was just going to be like all fun and games and she wasn't going to get proposed to. Either that, or Jackie thought that she would be able to just like go back on it. Like, if she decided to, that she would just be able to go back on it, which clearly you can always go back on a decision. But the fact that she's playing with emotions in the process is just really uncomfortable to watch. Like, for me, I thought it was really uncomfortable to watch the way that Marshall was just rejected after he tried so hard with her. Like, he really tried. He put in the work. My guy, Marshall, you deserve a prize, and you will find somebody who will reciprocate that. And at the end of the day, I don't think that Marshall was too sensitive And I don't think that it has anything to do with that. I think it all comes from a place where Jackie just didn't feel it. And she was saying like, oh, he's not aggressive enough. She's trying to go to sleep and he wants to talk about it. But I think what he asked was very specific, easy, simple for him to ask you, okay, so Jackie, what do you need from me right now? What do you require from me right now? And then for you to be like, I just want to go to bed. Maybe that's what you require right now in this moment. You just want to go to bed. But you said that there were things that he wasn't doing that you needed him to do. You know what I mean? So before these last few episodes came out, right, we saw how there was like tension between Jackie and Marshall. He left the house because she said he wasn't man enough, right? It seems like they talk about it and they kind of like come to an agreement. But then at the party, it's like Josh is like, pick me, like, be with me. And it's like, Jackie, like, if you're working on something with Marshall, for you to entertain Josh is kind of grimy. Like, it is kind of grimy because you didn't let Marshall know, hey, I don't think it's gonna work out. I think we should see other people. I think I'm gonna get to know Josh. The end, that's it. But it's like, for you to skip the dress fitting, for you to just not go to the dress fitting, go see Josh instead, kiss him, and basically make him feel like you're gonna give him a chance. Go home and then tell Marshall, I just don't want you. And you know what? I'm not even sorry about it. Where is your heart and soul, honey? Like, nobody who is like actually like present would treat somebody like that. Like, you don't treat somebody like that and you just don't care. Like, it's okay for you to not want Marshall. You don't have to want Marshall, but you do have some sort of, like, you do owe the human race some sort of, like, you know, like, operate with your soul, Jackie. Operate with your soul. Because she was operating on, who even knows? She was operating on a deep sense of unconsciousness. Like, she just had no trust in where she was, and she was desperately trying to get somewhere else. Desperately trying to do something else, be with someone else, experience something else. And you know what the saddest part of it all is? The saddest part of it all is that Jackie is trying to experience her past again. The same things that she was saying in the pod that she doesn't want. What really is upsetting is that Jackie is trying to repeat something, and it gives her some sort of pleasure to be spoken to in an aggressive way. And it's like, again, like other commentary channels have stated, Jackie doesn't want to be on Love is Blind. She's on the wrong show. I mean, Jessie has said that she wants to be on Love After Lockup, which I believe she probably should be. Because for her to be like, and she's the inmate. She's the inmate. Don't get it twisted. She's the inmate because she's also saying, I don't even want to get married. Usually the person who's waiting for the inmate outside is like, yo, you got to get out. I want to get married. I can't wait to marry you. I can't wait to start a family. I can't wait to help you get clean. I can't wait to... Jackie's like, I don't even know if I want to get married. So if she goes on Love After Lockup, right? Yeah, Love After Lockup. If she goes on Love After Lockup, I highly doubt that she would be the one on the outside waiting to like make life better. She's either going to be the inmate or she's going to be the one on the outside waiting to fuck shit up with the inmate. Because it's like you want disruption, you want conflict, and that's what you are attracted to. And it really sucks because look at her, look at Jackie. She's a beautiful girl and her soul is pure. It's just a matter of her connecting with it. It's just a matter of her seeing her worth. And it's just a matter of her deciding that she doesn't want to feel that way anymore. Her not claiming that pain. Her not accepting that as her. It's not her essence. And I'm not saying that just if she gets with Josh, everything's going to go downhill. Absolutely not. We don't know what's gonna happen. Like, for me to predict the future would just would completely invalidate what I'm saying. But I do hope that if she, whether or not she ends up with Josh, whoever she ends up with, she doesn't go into like this pattern of, oh, I don't want to be with you because you're not aggressive enough, or let's fight, let's pick a fight, or I'm gonna run away because I love you, or I'm gonna be with somebody who I don't actually like because I'm trying to fulfill a part of me from the past that doesn't even exist anymore. So I just hope that she moves forward with a different thought process. That's all I wanted to say about Jackie, Marshall, and Josh. So who do you guys think will get married? Because we have still yet to see anybody get fully married. I think Kwame and Chelsea will get married. I think Kwame and Chelsea have a really cute little thing going on. Micah and Paul. I don't know if Micah and Paul will get married. I don't want to say yes and I don't want to say no because they're just so up in the air for me. I don't know. Tiffany and Brett, I think they will get married. Like, regardless of, I think they just did that for the drama of it. I'm hoping they did, because I will be damned. Zach and Bliss are up in the air. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna get married. I think they might just date. Like, I think it really makes the most sense for them to date right now, because I don't know if Bliss is gonna just ignore her feelings, like, about the fact that he was with what's her name first. I'm just not sure how Bliss is gonna manage that. It seems like she's managing it very well, but I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I gotta be honest here. I don't know if she's gonna be like, you know what, fuck that, man, fuck that, I'm not doing this shit. I don't know if she's gonna do that. So we'll see about that. I think Zach is definitely gonna say yes, but we don't know what Bliss is gonna say. I don't know. I don't know what she's gonna say. Chelsea and Kwame, Zach and Bliss, Brett and Tiff, Paul and Micah. Yeah. And Jackie and Josh, like, clearly, like, I don't think they're getting married. Jackie said she's not ready to get married. Again, why are you on this show? So we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, guys, those were my thoughts on Love is Blind episodes 9 to 11. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I will definitely come back and let you guys know what I think about the reunion. I might not come back as soon as the next couple episodes come out, but probably when the reunion comes out, because I don't know. It just depends. If I have a lot to comment on, yeah, if I have a lot to comment on, then I'll come back before the reunion. If not, I'll just come back after the reunion and let you guys know what I thought about that. I'm sure it's going to be juicy. It's going to be live. So put your notifications on so you can tune in. I definitely will be doing that. Yeah, I'm invested in this season. I've watched all 4 seasons. I wouldn't say this season's my favorite. I think my favorite season was the one with the guy who's on Perfect Match now, and he ended up with Chloe from Perfect Match. Yeah, I liked that season. I thought it was really dramatic. It fed something that shouldn't be fed, but it was very much entertaining and indulgent is the word I want to use. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to read all your comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.